Good evening and welcome to the Robert C. Byrd softball field on the campus of Robert C. Byrd High School, where this evening we'll have a Big Ten matchup between the North Marion Huskies and the Robert C. Byrd Flying Eagles. I'm DJ Byrd. I'll be talking the most, maybe not, but the guy beside me probably doesn't need an introduction between anybody. The legend of softball in Harrison County and most of the state of West Virginia, Larry Rabbit Snyder. Rab, good to have you up here today.
Oh, thank you, DJ. You're really excited about helping you out tonight.
Now, we've seen Robert C. Byrd over the weekend on Saturday get two quality wins, especially with the 2-0 win against Kaiser, who I thought was very good. Probably maybe the second best team Bird's played this year compared to Oak Glen. Bird's faced some quality pitching all season. What kind of confidence do you think that starts to build with these girls in the lineup? Because I thought Saturday was their best quality at bats they've had of the season, especially against the young lady from Kaiser.
Yeah, I agree with you. And of course, with success breeds success, and build your confidence. And hitting is quite a bit of confidence. It's that 6 inches between the ears is the difficult spot to coach. So, if you believe you're a hitter, you're going to be a hitter.
Absolutely. And hitting becomes contagious, especially for a team. Thought the bottom of the lineup did a great job for Bird rolling it over to the top. And then, your 3, 4, and 5 hitters were able to drive in some runs and give you a big win against the Kaiser team, who had, like we said, a good pitcher. In tonight's game, we're going to get Fran Alvaro in the circle again. You've got to see her pitch a little bit this year, maybe most of her games. What do you think has been her key to her success so far this season?
Well, obviously, I think first pitch strikes is very important. Hits her spots well, has a good command of variety of pitches, pretty good velocity, and that all equates to a pretty good pitcher.
So I think she has 84 strikeouts in the first 7 games. Or she's pitched 6 games in 4 innings. Robert C. Byrd comes in with a 5-3 record on the season, and their schedule's been pretty good. North Marion 0-5, but they've played some pretty good teams also. When I've looked at their schedule, they look like a young softball team. And sometimes with a young softball team, confidence is a key for them.
Oh, most definitely. And like you said, regardless of their record, they've played some quality teams. And I think the same thing with Byrd, like you said there, the quality of teams that they've played, they've responded real well, and makes for exciting softball.
It's a cold one still. April 4th. We're overcast, but the girls are very excited. When I got here today to get the lineups in early, they were out here taking batting practice. They're ready to play. I don't think it really matters to them how cold it is. It might matter to us as coaches sometimes, but to the girls, I don't think it matters.
No, you're exactly right. When you say game time, they're ready to go, and the temperature really doesn't make them a whole lot of difference to them.
As they finish up the starting lineups, we are going to take a break as they play the national anthem, and we'll be back shortly. We are back. Give you the rundown of the Flying Eagles defense. Hope Vernon is in left field. Chloe McAvoy will patrol center. Isabella Prito, who had two very nice plays Saturday, will be in right. Mackenzie Davis will man the hot corner at third base. Alyssa Dunn will be the shortstop. Ava Junkins, the second baseman. Avery Childers will be at first. And the battery catching is Gina Alvaro. And doing the pitching in the circle for the Flying Eagles, the senior, Fran Alvaro. Field's in good shape.
Oh, it looks good. It's amazing, really.
It's taken a lot of water over the last few days.
It has, and it's been, the preparation, but the work the coaches and staff put on that field makes a world of difference.
Oh, yeah, they've done a tremendous job. Full softball this week. I think Bird plays today, Thursday, at home against Liberty, and then Saturday they'll have a big one. I mean, Thursday will be a big one. That's a conference game. Saturday they'll be at Ritchie County, which they're always in single A. They're always a perennial state contender.
That's for sure. They've always been a powerhouse down there on the 50.
The leadoff hitter for the North Marion Huskies, the pitcher, number 8, Isabella Breast coach. Sorry. Have a really good crowd on hand, even though it's a little chilly today, I think. North Marion has a really good crowd.
Nice turnout. Yes, it is.
I always think it's funny to watch players in cold days how they try to keep their bats warm as you look in the dugout.
Yeah.
Fran misses with the first pitch inside. The lights are on. The baseball team's preparing for their game. And a swing and a miss.
Even up.
Go ahead.
Even up there, 1-1. Huh?
That you're exactly right. She's done a great job of getting ahead of header. And when you do that, hitters have to chase your pitch. And as a you know yourself as a pitcher, when you're ahead and they're guessing, it's probably more than likely you're going to win that matchup.
Oh, big difference when you get behind. You make a good hitter, a great hitter, because they know you got to come within the plate, and makes it very difficult for you as a pitcher. So when you pitch from ahead, you're in command.
Two count. That ball's fouled off. And I think on a day like today, you want to try to keep your pitch count down a little bit. I don't know if it really matters for Fran as much as she throws every week, But Mackenzie Davis has thrown 2 games this year, and I thought she's done an excellent job in both games. Just maybe had some problems in the field at times.
Yeah, the games I watched that she pitched, she's around the plate a lot, which is very important in itself. Just didn't have too much support on one game there. Defense was kind of off that day. But you'll have that.
Another foul ball. Very nice at bat for Breeze coach to start off. Seen 8 pitches so far. And we are out of softballs right now. 3-2 count on the batter of the pitcher. Pitcher on pitcher. And Breeze coach draws the walk.
Good battle.
A non-pitch at bat on the first pitch. That's what you want your leadoff hitter to do, right? You want them to see a lot of pitches, gives the team in the dugout and the person on deck to see a lot of pitches and what the pitcher may have if you definitely haven't seen her before.
That's exactly right. A good start off for them.
Swing and a miss. Haley Smith, the left fielder, batting second. And the change the Eagles have made recently is Gino Alvar behind the plate. They've moved Avery Childers to first. I think maybe just tinkering around a little bit, trying to change the defense up again. And it has. There's another swing and miss. 0-2 count.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think Marion, moving some people around a little bit to take a look at different ones in different spots. It's all in preparation for the final part of the season when you get into the sectionals. This is all just preparation or warm up for that.
Absolutely. That's a good pitch, just missed off.
Nice pitch.
And that's what you talk about getting ahead in 0-2 count. You can take that off the plate a little bit, and if they swing and miss, that's what you want them to do. If they take that, but still getting it off the plate makes that batter think a little bit, and maybe edge a little closer to the inside corner. And
there we go.
Swing and a miss. And now batting the third baseman, Ashley Wyman. One down for the Eagles.
Stepping in the box next for North Marion, Ashley Wyman.
That's a good pitch right on the outside corner.
Good start.
Reese coach getting their lead after the pitch at first base. There's a swing and a miss. 0-2. One down for the Eagles. North Marion has a runner on first base.
Still a good location.
Yeah, that's another good pitch right off the plate when you're ahead 0-2. What you're going to see from Fran mostly is a fastball, probably a two-seam that she throws, a little bit of a curveball, and she does a great job locating those pitches. And a swing and a miss. 2 down for North Marion. Now batting the catcher, Adriana Floyd, the cleanup hitter in the lineup.
Now, number 21, Adriana Floyd.
Starts out again. She is pounding that outside corner right now.
Yes, she is. Hit those spots real well.
What does that do to a hitter when you're hitting the outside corner? What do a lot of hitters go through their mind as that outside corner is being hit?
Well, a lot of them don't really care for that outside so much, but you start respecting it because she's hitting it pretty well.
And then swing and a miss. After giving up the leadoff walk, Alvaro will strike out the side. North Marion gets no runs on no hits and no errors. And through the middle of one, your score is 0-0.
No hits, no errors.
We'll be back right after this. We are back here in the bottom of the first as the North Marion pitcher gets getting ready to finish up her warm-ups. Robert C. Byrd batting order, shortstop Alyssa Dunn, the second baseman Avery Junkins, the catcher Gina Alvaro, the pitcher Fran Alvaro batting fourth, the first baseman batting fifth is Avery Childers, the left fielder batting sixth, Hope Vernon, the left fielder, or no, not the left fielder, the third baseman batting seventh, Mackenzie Davis, the number 8 hitter, the center fielder Chloe McAvoy, and the number 9 hitter, the right fielder Isabella Prito. It's something I've talked about over the last couple of games, and we just talked about on the break, is how huge it is for Alyssa Dunn to be able to jumpstart this offense. And I think with her being able to get on base, she can steal bases in a lot of different ways, and she puts pressure on the defenses in a lot of different ways. And I think that will really help this offense if she can get some consistency in the batter's box.
Most definitely. She put a lot of pressure on it because, like I say, speed, you don't coach that. You either have it or you don't, and she has it. And her job to get on base, and she can make a lot of things happen.
Mm-hmm. First pitch is down low for ball one. To account. I think a lot of young hitters, and this is just you're talking baseball, softball, they get up 2-0. They think just because a ball's on the corner and it's a strike, they may have to swing at it. And I think a lot of kids don't become patient waiting for their pitch to drive when they're ahead in the count. Just missed inside with that one.
You're exactly right. You don't have to be that aggressive. I mean, 2-0, it's got to be a pretty good pitch. Oh, here we go.
And there she goes. She does very patient at bat. Something that maybe she hasn't shown in the first few games. And even there, the pitcher dropped the ball and Dunn hustles up the baseline a little bit. Ava Junkins, the second baseman, who she had 2 good at bats, drew 2 walks on Saturday. See how quick Dunn's off and running.
Right now.
Right? She was going first pitch. Junkins with the fake bunt, which I think Mary uses very well, faking the bunt to get the defense to move a little bit and letting your base runner steal. And ball misses inside 2-0. There's again something
delayed
that
steal.
she does.
Yeah, delayed steal. That's she sets that up. Now she's on third.
In two pitches. And that's the things that she can do for this offense. She almost turns a walk into a triple.
You're exactly right. That's where she's at.
Nice pitch in there for Breeze Coach. 2 balls, 1 strike to the batter, Junkins. (3-1), and I think even as a hitter, this pitch has to be very good for you to go after in the swing at. Ball's up and she'll walk. Now coming to the catcher, batting through
14, Gina
Alvaro, who is batting. Trying to bring her with Marion. Will take a timeout to talk to their pitcher.
Yeah, a little strategy going on here. I'm sure they're wondering, how they're going to handle the Junkins girls probably going to second here.
If you're going to go with runners on the corners, is that usually first pitch, or is it something, or does that just depend maybe how the pitcher's doing, what you want to do with that runner from first to second?
A lot of it depends. Yeah, it depends on the situation where you're at in the ball game and at. But early in the game like this, I'd say that she's probably going to go on the first pitch and see what they do. Got to be very alert on third that they won't flip it down there on you.
Yeah, that's where some base runners fall asleep a little bit on. They're so anxious looking for the throw down to second that they kind of get caught sleeping.
Get jump off there trying to get an advantage to get to the home. It just puts two in the scoring position with no outs. Second and third is pretty big.
And your best hitter probably is at the plate.
Exactly.
She's 12 for 24 this year, batting .500. And she's been hitting the ball hard.
Every ball game I've seen her, she's struck the ball well, hit the ball hard.
Only a sophomore. Joe Square, just a pump.
Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They faked it. Here we go.
Oh, and just like that.
Dunn scores. Pitcher went to make a fake with a throw and lost it out of her hand. Got away from her a little bit. That's all you got to do is give her a little space, and Alyssa's going to definitely take off on you.
Still with the runner in scoring position on that play with Junkins getting to second. We got a 1 ball, no strikes. Ball high.
Yeah, young lady struggled a little bit finding the strike zone.
It's not an easy day to pitch when it's this chilly out there. Or I wasn't a pitcher, but I would think.
Well, it's once you get loose and you get going, it's pretty good. But like you say, it's not as easy. I prefer warmer days myself.
3-0 count. And that ball misses.
Yep.
So now coming to the plate, the pitcher, Fran Alvaro.
Stepping in the box for RCB, number 3, Fran Alvaro.
Who was doing a little extra tee working on the side today when I got here after her BP sessions. I think maybe just putting a little bit of, there was a good pitch.
There we go.
Nobody down, runners on first and second. Dunn, who walked, scored on a steal of second, a steal of third, and I would give her a steal of home with that play. And there's a foul ball from Fran. Yeah.
All right, and the pass ball.
Runners will move up in scoring position.
Pass ball advances. Number 8, Ava Junkins, and number 14, Gina Alvaro.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Fran. Nobody down, and the Eagles first to bat. Foul by Fran.
Oh, good. We got 2 on base.
What do you do as a coach to be able to tell your pitcher when she's struggling a little bit, like Bree's coach has? Obviously, she's good at what she does because that's who they're pitching. But some days aren't your days. And as a coach, what do you do when you go out to talk to her? How do you get her to calm down a little bit? How do you get her to get back on her game?
Well, basically what you need to do is, just let her be within herself, Don't try to overthrow. What happens, you end up starting to aim the ball. And, of course, when you just start aiming the ball and trying to guide it in there, it doesn't work. So, you've done a lot of practice. Just clear your head, go back to the things. Don't do a lot of thinking. That's
right.
What it amounts to.
And another foul ball by Fran.
Because you've thrown enough pitches, you've developed that muscle memory.
Right.
I used to do a drill with the girls and let them pitch to a batter blindfolded, in practice. Mm-hmm. And it was amazing that they thought that, that they could even throw a strike. But, you develop that muscle memory, and that's what you rely on.
Would you say that's the biggest thing in learning to be a fast pitch pitcher? Is the learning how to do the muscle memory of it?
Oh yeah, it's just repetition. That's all it is. Once you get it though, then it's a pretty satisfying.
There's a foul ball.
That you've accomplished that skill, and that's when it really starts to become fun, like it is for Fran. Fran, has a lot of confidence in what she's doing. She's worked hard at it, and obviously you can see the hard work's paid off for her.
We have 3 balls, 2 strikes. A very good at bat by Fran, and a Breeze coach has done well for North Marion here. She's done a lot more strikes to Fran, and settled herself down, even though she's given up some foul balls. She just misses there.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I think that's what, the coach went out and talked to her, and I'm sure, just to let her collect herself, let her be within herself.
Number 20, Avery Childers.
Looks like we're going to get a courtesy runner for Fran. I don't know. Is it 21? It's usually the 2.
It's game over.
So Fordyce becomes the courtesy runner for Fran. And that's the thing in softball, for most that don't know. Well, and you can do it in baseball now, both really. The pitcher and catcher get courtesy runners, which I think helps the game, speed it up a little bit.
Yeah, it does. It helps to, like you say, speed the game up. Your catcher especially, have to come back over and get their equipment back on. You don't have to wait a lot of times in between innings for them to put their equipment back on. And it helps protect your pitcher, put them on a base where they don't have to slide and things like that.
Get a collision somewhere with a fielder or something.
Absolutely.
And Breeze coach just misses there. Pitches are a lot closer right now than, she's wanting to do well, and she has good mechanics, as you can tell. She's been taught well. She's just missing right now.
Just missing, yep.
2 balls, no strikes. Bases loaded for the Eagles. Avery Childers to the plate, the first baseman. Robert C. Byrd leads 1-0. On a pass ball, runners move up.
Pass ball.
Yeah, Junkins scores.
Junkins is another one. If she gets on base, can do some damage on the base for the Eagles. I think out of that second slot.
Oh yes, she's in good speed. That's a good spot for her because if it's necessary, you get done on and then you could bunt her down, and puts a lot of pressure on the infield. And a lot of times Junkins legs them out.
I don't think swinging a miss there by Childers. We got 2 balls and 2 strikes. Especially in softball, that second hitter got to be able to handle the bat. Can swing it or bunt it, and usually that's probably your best bunter, or close to being your best bunter, I would think. I know when I was coaching, that's my best bunter would be usually my second batter, just because she can do some things with the leadoff hitter getting on.
That's exactly right. Put it in play. A lot of things got to happen. They got to field it. Someone's got to throw it, and then someone's got to catch it.
And that ball's fouled off. Runners at second, first. Fordyce is running for Fran Alvarez at second base. Gina Alvarez is running, and she's at third. Nobody down. The count is 3 balls, 2 strikes to the first baseman, Avery Childers.
3 balls.
3 balls, 2 strikes. And
All 4.
so now the bases become loaded for the left fielder. Batting 6th in the Eagles lineup, Hope Vernon. Another sophomore. We've talked about this throughout. It's 1 senior, 2 juniors, and a ton of sophomores and freshmen.
Yeah, they're not senior laden, that's for sure.
That ball just missed that. That's a nice pitch right there. As a pitcher, you want that call. 2-0 count. Vernon has had some nice at-bats this year where she's hit the ball really hard.
I was just getting ready to respond to that. Yeah, she swings the bat pretty good. We'll tell you, this young lady's just missing, just missing. You
Oh,
know?
yeah,
I mean,
she's-
they're not.
Not missing by much.
Okay, walked one in here.
Vernon draws the walk. Bases loaded still for the Eagles. Up to bat, the third baseman, Mackenzie Davis, another sophomore
Stepping into the box.
who
Number
has
2,
played a very good third base
Mackenzie Davis.
this year and has pitched a couple like we talked about earlier. Going to be a nice player over the next few years for this Eagles team. Ball, here comes Fordyce.
Good base running error.
Yeah,
Heads up base running error. Childers scores. Fordyce scores.
How many runs you got?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Dougie.
Okay, I got it right. Keep me on.
1-0
keep me
count
in
for
mind
Davis.
for that.
Vernon moves to third. And we have some conversation from the North Marion coach and
No out too.
nobody down for the Eagles.
Nobody down.
1 ball, no strikes,
One ball. Okay.
with Vernon on third.
Ooh. Oh, that's a good move on Hope's part because I think she missed it.
Yeah, I think
When
she overshot it.
I think she stepped right over it when she first came through.
Now for the North Marion pitcher, nobody on base. Just kind of work on the batter here. 2 balls, no strikes.
2 ball. I got 1 ball up here, right? I got another one.
Nice pitch.
Nice
there.
pitch there.
Swing and a miss by Davis. You can tell the RCB hitters, though, over the last few games have become more comfortable in the box. And again, that goes with some of the quality pitching they've seen throughout the season. They've faced some very good pitchers to start this season out.
You're exactly right. You know, it's this year each team seems to be blessed with pretty good pitcher.
Yeah. And Davis draws the walk. Now batting the center fielder, Chloe McAvoy. As North Marion looks like they may make a change, we'll take a break here and be back shortly. And we are back as we're trying to get the changes for North Marion. Left fielder, center fielder. We will try to get the changes for North. There's the ball. Nice play by a third baseman. Shoots it over to first base. Good contact by McAvoy.
Well hit ball.
Yeah,
well hit ball.
That's a nice play by the third baseman, too.
It was, yes. Outstanding play.
That thing was hit.
Whitman with the catch and put out.
Davis moves to second. And up is Isabella Prieto, who really, she had a double against University the other day, and then swung the bat really well Saturday in both games. There's a ball. Davis will move on the wild pitch to third base. Very much improved over the last couple games for Prieto. I don't. She hits the ball to the third baseman. Nice play by the first baseman to hang in.
2 outs.
The third baseman did a good job. Mackenzie Davis did a great job breaking on the play, but the third baseman looked at her to maybe try to keep her there. And we got 2 down.
2 down, okay.
Davis scores on the hit. On the turn of the lineup.
New batter.
We got a new batter.
27 for 5.
27 for 5. I don't have a 27. Do you have a 27? Jalen Howe.
27 or not 25.
Jalen Howes.
That's 27.
Jalen House getting the bat. She looks like she'll pinch hit for Alyssa Dunn right here. Nobody on, 2 outs.
Stepping in the box now for Robert C. Bird, number 27, Jalen Howes.
Floyd has come in and thrown 3 pitches and got 2 outs. And that's
Another strike. Strike foul.
Now, a lot of times it doesn't matter how hard you throw, put it around the play. If they put it in play, they put it in play. That is the name of the game.
That's for sure. You can't defend those walks. That's just all there is to it.
No balls, 2 strikes. Howe batting for Dunn. Has been aggressive since she's come into the box. And there's another foul
another
ball.
foul ball.
Back to the pitcher. Step and throw. Floyd comes in nice. Gets out of the inning. Oh, got to get it in play here. Ground ball. The Robert C. Bird at the end of the first. 7 runs on no hits, 1 error. And coming to bat is Heater, Collins, and Beveridge for North Marion. We'll be back right after this.
Adriana Heater.
We are back here to start the second inning. North Marion coming to bat. The right fielder, number 25, Adriana Heater. The Eagles score 7 runs on no hits and an error in the bottom of the first. Dunn re-enters the game at shortstop.
There we go.
And there's another thing when you're hitting your spots. They'll swing at pitches maybe they shouldn't. That ball might have been a little bit off the plate there, but because of where she's been at, you're going to get people to swing at pitches they don't normally want to swing. And there's another caught strike.
That was a good pitch. Hit the corner.
There's something she did effectively on Saturday, I thought, was not just hit the outside pitch, but she came inside to Kaiser's hitters a good bit. Swing and a miss there.
Another K.
Now batting for the Huskies, the shortstop, number 5, Angelina Collins.
Left-hander. That's something you don't see very much of. Left-hander shortstop, glove-wise, and now hitting from the left side.
Ball, Dougie.
Ball just missed. Just off the plate on that pitch.
Kind of a good test for Fred. You don't see too many left-handed batters.
No, I think she's seen one in the 2 games. She didn't pitch in the second game, obviously, Saturday, but I think Kaiser only had 1 left-hander.
I think you're right.
Swing and a miss.
I checked the ball right there.
I will give North Marion credit. They are jumping in the box and taking cuts at her. They're not standing there watching pitches.
2-1.
And on a power pitcher, it don't take much just to run into one. Swing and a miss.
Way to battle back for Fran. Good job. Even the count up.
2 balls, 2 strikes for Collins, the shortstop from the Huskies.
Oh,
Just misses on that pitch. Good at bat right here by Collins, the shortstop. She stayed in there. And 3 balls, 2 strikes. And misses there and draws a walk.
Huh, you got it again.
Nope, 19.
Oh, I know Marion out. Everybody.
no outs, Dougie.
Stepping in the box for the Huskies, number 19, Brooke Toothman.
The catcher for the Huskies, Brooke Toothman batting. There's a called strike. North Marion had a runner on in the first and wasn't running. We'll see if they maybe try to make a run here. We're going to have to get some things going. No balls, 1 strike to the catcher, Toothman. Good location on that pitch. No balls, 2 strikes. Just misses on that one. Two balls, 2 strikes. So Toothman, the catcher, runner on first. Is Collins, the shortstop. Just misses on that one. Three balls, 2 strikes. Another good at bat for the Huskies. There's a ball to the shortstop, Dunn. Nice play. She throws it over to first base.
Play by number 5, Alyssa Dunn.
Now batting for the Huskies, 0-0. Madison Devers.
Number 50, Madison Devers.
2 outs for the Eagles. Runner in scoring position for the Huskies. Swing and a miss on the outside corner.
First pitch strike. Very important.
Swing and a miss on the outside corner again.
Now way ahead in the count, work the corners, high, low. See if you get with somebody chase one here. There it is.
Gets her to chase a pitch on the outside corner. And that'll do it for the middle of the second for the Huskies. No runs on no hits, no errors for the Eagles. Runner stranded at second base. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Junkins, Alvaro, and Alvaro coming to bat for the Eagles. And we'll be back right after this. We are back, getting ready for the bottom of the second. Going to lead off the second baseman, Ava Junkins, who walked, I believe, in her first at bat. Floyd came in, did a nice job. She only threw 8 pitches and got all 3 outs for the Huskies. So sometimes it's not about how hard you throw, it's just being around the plate and being effective. First pitch swinging, fly ball to right field. And the right fielder makes a nice running catch.
Nice catch.
Heater.
25, Adriana Heater in right field.
DJ, the music. Music was still playing throughout the play. I like it there.
Oh, yeah, gotta love it.
Gina Varr batting. She drew a walk in her first at bat. Ball low. Now, no teams have to do some type of scouting reporter. You got to know about some teams, and teams have to know they're not going to give her too many pitches to hit. I would say the longer the season goes, and if she continues to swing back, hey, when things are going good, they're the kind of balls that drop in for base hits.
Base hit, yep.
Because when you see the box score tomorrow, it's going to look like a line drive. That's a great piece of hitting by Gina.
Exactly.
She's seeing the ball well.
Now, number 3, Fran Alvaro.
And Fran walked in her first at bat. Strike on the outside corner.
Are they sisters? Fran and Gina?
Yeah, that's it.
Are they twins?
Yeah,
No. No, one's a senior, one's a junior. Or one's a senior, one's a sophomore. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Fran. There's a ball to the right fielder. That's going to drop for a hit.
Halfway. There we go.
That ball drops for a hit.
Yeah.
Single by Fran Alvaro. Advances Gina.
Oh, you going out?
Yeah, Dundee.
Okay. I just came back.
Stepping into the box now, number 20, Avery Childers.
And Fordyce will come back on.
Courtesy runner there.
Courtesy runner.
Caitlin Fordyce.
For the Eagles. First and second, nobody out. Up the bat is Childers, who had a walk in her first at bat. There's a swing and a miss. Foul ball. Floyd has come in and done a nice job for the Huskies. She's been around the plate. They're putting the ball in play, and so far, North Marion has made plays behind her.
Well, anytime you give it, your fielders a chance to make a play, help you out, very important.
It kind of looks like she's got some sneaky movement on her ball if you watching it a little bit. Just misses high there. 2 balls, 1 strike. Childers ahead in the count. Gina Navarro on first. The courtesy runner, Caitlin Fordyce, is on first. Gina Navarro's on second. Ball outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. Here's another spot for a young hitter to be patient. You don't want to, even just because it's a strike doesn't mean it's something you have to swing at.
It's got to be your pitch.
And we'll see if. And this is there, and that'll be a walk. Childers draws her second walk. Now batting the left fielder, Hope Vernon. Bases loaded for the Eagles. Gina Navarro on third. The courtesy runner, Caitlin Fordyce, is on second. And the first baseman, Avery Childers, is on first. Hope Vernon. That was a hard play.
Base hit. Hard play. The shortstop
Done a nice job to knock it down. Did 2 runs to get in.
And I'll tell you what, if she wasn't left-handed, she wouldn't have got a glove on it.
No, you're exactly right.
That's
You need more coffee?
I'm good, Dougie.
How about you, You good too?
Stepping into the box now, number
Okay, I'll go
2,
down a minute and get
Mackenzie
Now batting.
Davis.
The third baseman, Mackenzie Davis, bases loaded. But you're exactly right. She did a nice job to get and knocking it down. Saved 2 runs. That ball's high.
well hit ball in the hole, though. I mean, right-handed shortstop, that ball's through for.
They would have had to try to backhand that play.
Exactly.
That ball just
Oh,
misses.
just missed. Yep, just a little up.
But that's another pitch as a pitcher you want.
Oh, most definitely, most definitely.
That's a nice play. Good job by a nice job, North Marion. I've seen it in both innings when the base is low. They've brought in the infield and been taught the right way, and the shortstop makes a nice play on a fielder's choice right there.
Yep, you're exactly right. Now they can 2 outs, they can stay back. Yeah, they're staying in.
Base is still loaded. Base is still loaded.
Stepping up now, number 10, Chloe McAvoy.
Now batting for the Eagles, number 10, Chloe McAvoy.
They can break this game open.
Is that a strike?
Yeah.
There's a foul ball. 0-2. Floyd, in a hurry, gets ahead 0-2. Bases loaded for the Eagles. And North Marion is going to keep their infield in on this.
Yeah, kind of surprisingly with 2 out.
Just misses.
Pass ball scores for 20.
Pass ball, give up another run. Childers scores. Hope Vernon on third. Davis on second.
McAvoy 0 for 1. She grounded out to the third baseman in her first at bat. She hit the ball really hard. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Foul ball.
One ball, 2 strikes. Just misses there. Here's the pitch. Oh, that ball
Base
smoked.
hit.
Gonna score 1 for sure. McAvoy with a nice line drive.
Single by number 10, Chloe McAvoy. Scores number 6, Hope Vernon.
Runners at second, third for Eagles. Now batting Isabella Prito. Ball outside.
Stepping in the box now.
She's 0 for 1 on the day. She grounded the third baseman.
That new batter.
Nice job by Floyd to hustle in. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Sit down on that one. Got 2 balls. Ball. I had 2 balls.
2 balls, 1 strike on the batter Prito. Again, the bottom of the lineup getting a couple hits. Trying to roll this thing over for the top.
Yeah, it's pretty big, that lower part of the lineup, getting the bat on the ball. It's very important. Turns that lineup over and, of course, gives your first 4 hitters 4 or 5 times at bat. That's pretty big.
3 balls, 1 strike to Prito. Game ball high there. Bases loaded. Dunn will bat. She had a pinch hitter in her second at bat.
Yeah, I think Mary just trying to get some girls some swings to get in the ball game a little bit. It's kind of difficult sometimes, especially your younger ones.
Especially when we talked about the schedule they've played. There's not a lot of chance unless you get a JV game in.
And those
Get
are
the
yeah,
Those are hard to get by anymore with some teams not carrying a lot of girls.
you're exactly right. That makes it tough. Trying to get a JV schedule. Of course, the weather has affected it a little bit. Just getting games in. You gotta try to get all those varsity games
Bird
in.
had played 6 games going into Saturday, and Kaiser had come in. And shortstop makes a nice play for North Marion, and that will get him out of the inning.
Catch by number 5, Angelina Collins, into the inning.
At the end of 2, the Eagles get 3 runs on 4 hits and no errors. And we'll move to the top of the 3rd when we come back after this. We are back here to start the top of the 3rd. The Flying Eagles lead 3-0. And coming to bat will be 0-0 Morgan Myers, the DP, the designated player.
Stepping into the box for the Huskies, 0-0 Morgan Myers, designated player.
Yeah, but Let's go now.
Swing and a miss.
Another first pitch strike.
No outs.
No out for Cade.
Yep, one strike, no outs. No outs, buddy.
This is her first at bat of the day.
This game had to go 5 innings, right?
Like the bunt action, at least by North Marion wanting to show it.
4.5.
Yeah.
And there's stuff that we've seen Bridgeport do it a lot. Was having a hard time hitting Fran, and they went to everybody almost bunting the ball.
But that's a pretty smart move, really, if you think about it. I mean, you're not getting the bat on the ball, swinging at it. At least try to make something happen.
And caught strike on the outside corner. One down.
One down.
We return to the top of the lineup. The second baseman, Isabella Breeze coach. She had a very nice at bat in the first. She drew a walk.
Isabella Breeze coach.
She drew a walk in her first at bat. Called strike on the outside corner. She loves to start with you on the outside corner and does a great job of hitting it. You know, and being able to hit that spot a lot, even if you miss, some umpires are going to give you that call because you're consistent with it as a pitcher.
It had to count again, 0-2. Now you could work the entire plate everywhere, up, down, inside, out.
Oh, 2 count. Here comes the pitch.
Good rise ball.
Just misses with the rise ball. If you've never been in the box to see a rise ball, you need to do it one time. It is a sight to see.
Amen to that, that's for sure.
There's a ball down the left field line. It is foul. It's hard to believe somebody can manipulate a ball that much to go up.
I know, it's amazing. Yeah, you just can't hardly believe that you make a ball do that. But
Good meet they knew that call. Good.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Breeze coach, and again having another solid at bat.
good little stick here.
She saw 8 pitches or 9 pitches in her first at bat. Called strike 3 on the outside corner.
Caught looking there.
And again, Fran does a beautiful job of hitting that outside corner. And something that we don't talk about a lot, you know, the catcher sitting up late, as Gina does with the familiarity of catching her sister, doesn't tip off hitters where maybe they know where the ball's going.
Right.
Batting the left fielder, Haley Smith, for the Huskies. Swing and a miss.
You know, that's what I always said. Your pitcher and catcher should be pretty good hitters because they're involved in every pitch. They see a lot of pitches, especially a catcher. As many pitches as they see when they get the bat, it should be pretty easy for them. Pick up the spin. Yep. Held on just a little bit too long.
Like to see her throwing that, though.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, she probably needs a little bit more at times, you know, especially against quality hitting teams.
Swing and a miss.
Good pitch. Good command of that curveball. She got
A lot of movement. She has a lot of, you know, something we've talked about when you said before, she has a lot of movement on her ball.
That's right. Good waist pitch.
2 balls, 2 strikes for the batter, Smith. It's not too bad out here if the wind don't blow, but that wind blows just a little bit. It gets a little chilly.
Nobody on base here.
Swing and a miss. And Alvaro will get out of that inning.
That's
After
10-0 after 3. That's the ball game, I believe.
no runs on no hits and no errors for the Eagles. And we'll move to the bottom of the 3rd, and we'll be back.
Ava.
Well, and then
Coming
too,
back.
you're facing that quality of pitching, 70 miles an hour.
It don't take.
Don't take a whole lot to get a bat on it, and it's.
We're talking about the college game, and young ladies throwing up around 65, 70 miles an hour, and just seeing some of these top programs with girls that can just hit monster shots. Now batting for the Eagles, the second baseman, Ava Junkins. I think some changes are made for North Marion. We'll pick it up when they're coming back. Junkins is 0 for 1 on today. That ball's down the left field line. Nice jaw.
Nice try.
Nice try by the left
Nice
fielder.
try. Covered a lot of ground. Almost got there.
They had to make another pot of coffee, lad.
Good, that's one left fielder out there, Haley Smith.
Smith made a great effort. I lost her down the line with the dugout being in the way, but she went after it and went a long ways.
They get stuck on that tape and kill them.
Ball low.
I hate them kind of shoes anyway. I got me a good pair of shoes down there. I keep them for basketball. Ball for 2.
2 balls, 1 strike for Junkins, the second baseman.
You say 2 balls, 1 strike? Okay, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That's a nice pitch. Called strike right there. 2 balls, 2 strikes for Junkins. Good swing down the line again.
Foul
Foul
ball.
ball. Junkins has shown the ability. She has some quick hands. She gets to the ball pretty well. And turns on some pitches inside that I've seen her turn on that didn't think she might be able to get to.
The wind and blow.
Good hands. There it is. Place caught by
Fly ball caught by number 11.
Smith in the
Haley Smith.
outfield.
Long fly ball. Got under it just a little bit.
Yeah, just missed it. Maybe on a warmer day, the ball might have carried a little better, but it's going to be tough to carry in this type of weather. Gina Navarro, 1 for 1. She got a hit in her last at bat. That's going to raise that average. That ball missed. She'll reach on that.
Hard hit ball.
Yeah.
Stepping in the box now, number 3, Fran Alvaro.
Now batting the pitcher, Fran Alvaro. She singled in her last at bat.
Only 2 out, right? 1 out. I don't know why I put
Just missed inside.
that ball.
Again, Floyd has come in and done a nice job for the Huskies. Been around the plate, moved it in and out. Berg got a couple of hits in her last. There's that ball's to the right fielder.
Got her.
Got her over her head.
Stand up double by number 3, Fran Alvaro.
Yeah, ball hit right at you like that. It's tough, you
Yeah,
know, for a
that's-
fielder. You don't know how far it's going to carry, and
Stepping in now,
kind
number 20.
of got her froze there and
Shoulder.
carried over her head.
Courtesy runner looks like again. I don't know. Probably Fordyce because she's been the one running for her. Or are they going to let her run? Looks like they're trying to put a.
I think she get a jacket or sweater on here.
Yeah, they're going to let her run, it looks like. There she is. Yeah, she went to get a hoodie. She's going to stay in and run this time. Runners at second and third. Gina Alvaro at third. Fran Alvaro at second. Childers coming to bat. She's draw 2 walks today. That ball's just missed inside. That's a nice pitch right there.
Yeah, Avery started the last few games, started hitting the ball pretty good.
Yeah, she.
Getting the bat on it, hitting it hard.
I think the home run against Lewis County gave her a lot of confidence.
I think so, yeah. Home runs have a tendency to do that for you.
2 balls, no strikes. That's a good swing on an outside
Good swing,
pitch.
yep.
2 balls, 1 strike to the first baseman, Avery Childers. The Eagles threatening again in the top of the third.
Ooh, just missed that. Little pop up behind the first here.
First baseman hangs in. Oh, the tag up. The catcher had went to pick up the bat
Got caught in the moment, I think. I don't know.
and forgot to call timeout.
Yeah. As the play continued, the runner scored.
Yeah. Hope Burnham, she's 1 for 1 on the day. That'll be a sack.
Well,
A sack.
I know.
How
It's
you score that? Oh, that was
Oh.
batting number 12. Made a nice play there.
That's 3 outs. That's 3 outs.
That's 3 outs on a line drive.
Yeah. Yeah, you can almost say that. I mean, it was a fly ball to the right fielder.
And we're sorry we did not get the hitter in. One thing they're learning as we're trying to do these streams is let us know when they make changes. Number 12, Glover, got the at-bat there, and she's the one that made the line drive that the first baseman made a nice play on. So not that we're forgetting to tell subs coming into the game, but as coaches and umpires and everybody learns that streams are going on, they're going to be able to let us know up here. But she did make contact, had a nice ball. The first baseman just made a nice play. And I don't know if Glover stayed in. We'll see. But at the bottom of the third, the Eagles got 1 run on 2 hits, no errors by North Marion. And we'll see Winans, Floyd, and Heater coming up for the Huskies. We'll be back. And we're back here to start the top of the fourth. Leading off for the Huskies, the third baseman, number 14, Ashley Winans.
Third baseman, number 14, Ashley Winans.
Fran's done a nice job. 51 pitches through 3.
And first pitch strike.
First pitch. And something you're going to see. I mean, we're going to call a power pitcher as Fran. her pitch count's always going to be up a little bit because of, living on the corners and, whether she's going to get that call or not. So I don't think pitch count too much is.
She's strong enough. She go 150 pitches a game.
Much work as she puts in the off season.
Actually, she's kind of a kid, like former pitchers that I've had, that the more they pitched that week, the stronger they got. They were actually tougher in the Thursday, Friday than they were Monday, Tuesday.
Foul ball by Wyman. So she's.
And also with some pitchers like Fran, she's the type of kid that if you don't get her early, you're not going to get her because once she gets warmed up and gets in the groove, just tougher to get a hit on the later innings.
And you can see when she gets in her groove because she gets moving around in that circle and doing some, a lot of people think it's the cockiness, but it's not.
No.
She has that mentality, and she's been brought up with that mentality that when she steps between the lines, and her sister's the same way as most of these players are.
Hold on too long again. Change up.
When they step between the lines, they believe they're the best player on the field.
You got to believe
you
that.
Have to believe
you
that.
have to believe that. You got to have a little attitude.
And sometimes people misread that, and you hate to see it, but nice and bad here by Winans.
No, you're right. But as a coach, you want them to have a little confidence and a little attitude. But I always used to tell the kids, respect them all, fear none.
Yeah. Something the Eagles defenders are doing. They watch them moving as the pitch goes. They're doing a nice job as they come. Nice pitch on the inside corner, called strike 3. But something you don't see a lot of is fielders moving as the pitch is getting ready to be released. And what that does is allows them fielders to be able to move right or left or be able to move after the ball. And you can see all their fielders are moving as the pitch is getting ready to be released.
You're absolutely right. You don't get caught flat-footed. Your infielder to step the circle and ready to go.
Swing and a miss. Batting now is the pitcher, Adriana Floyd. And Floyd has done a nice job since coming in the game for North Marion. She's kept it around the plate, and she's made Bird hit the ball and put it in play, and her team has made plays behind her.
That's been a big difference for them. I mean, they wouldn't have to do 11 runs. Like I say, you can't defend those walks. Those walks find a way to score every time.
Swing and a miss. And this is what you're seeing. You can see her starting to get into this groove a little bit right now.
That's what I say. She's getting a nice rhythm.
She's pitching on her time and not the batter's time or the umpire's time. And when pitchers get like that, they're tough to hit. Adriana Heater, the right fielder, getting ready to bat. Just misses with that. And she's picking up some velocity. You can hear that glove popping right now.
Yeah, it's starting to pop now, yeah. So I say the longer she goes, the stronger she gets. Sometimes, you wonder sometimes she warmed up enough.
Called strike. Foul ball by Heater. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. The Eagles lead 11-0. But again, like I said earlier, North Marion has stepped in the box ready to swing the bat. They're not looking at pitches. And I guess a good pitcher like this is something you need to – that's what you want to do. Just missed on that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ball's up.
Tough play for the catcher.
Yeah, you'd like to see Childers maybe come a little harder and call her off on that ball. But something Gina's got to be able to do is get her back to the infield. It's a little easier to catch that way with the way that ball's spinning at her.
You're exactly right. Makes a big difference. A good try, though.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 4th. Nobody on for the Huskies. Swing and a miss. Drop 3rd strike. Up there at the 1st. We'll go to the middle of the fourth. North Marion gets no runs on no hits, no errors by the Eagles. Coming up, Mackenzie Davis, Chloe McAvoy, and Isabella Prito. We'll be back. And we're back. Looks like the Eagles are going to have
Some pinch hitters.
some pinch hitters getting ready to come up. Number 13, Olivia Wheeler.
Okay, yeah, she pinch hit the other night.
She pinch hit the other day. I think she pinch hit against the University also.
I think, yep. That's good. You know that. I mean, you got the opportunity. Good time to get him in a game.
To get some
swings.
Young kids some swings.
Exactly. Like you say, we were talking earlier about not being able to get a lot of JV games in because a lot of teams don't have JV teams, and plus, of course, the weather dictates a lot of times. We're fortunate to get a game in today.
And then every day, and sometimes it's not fair. Every day, some of these young kids got to face Fran in practice, which
yeah, how about
isn't
that?
Gonna be fun. Isn't fun.
But then there's a positive with that too, because they're not going to see too many
No,
better.
you're not going to. First pitch, Wheeler seizes the ball. Now, so it looks like another pinch hitter getting nope. McAvoy will bat next. Freshman, she needs to get some bats. I would say you don't want to pinch hit for her too yet. Looks like the glove hand of Floyd having some trouble with that shoulder.
Shoulder, yeah. Noticed that a little bit.
You don't want to see that because she's done a nice job since coming in. Just missed on that one. 3 balls, no strikes to Wheeler. Called strike on the outside corner. 3 balls, 1 strike. Bottom of the 4th inning, Eagles lead 11-0. Swing and a miss there. So she falls behind 3-0, comes straight back with 2 nice pitches. And we're going to get a payoff pitch here. And Floyd will miss with that one. Wheeler will draw a walk. McAvoy will bat. She's had a hard ground ball where she was thrown out of first by the third baseman and had another hard shot to left field that fell for a hit. She is a free swinger. Ever since I've seen her come in the box earlier this year, she's getting in the box and she's ready to go.
I agree with you. I was just sitting there. I was thinking the same thing. I said, no, she's not afraid to swing the bat, that's for sure.
And I think she's only a freshman,
I think
if
you're
I'm not
correct.
mistaken. Foul ball. Uh-oh. The umpire took that one in the hand as it bounced up. Yeah, he caught that one on the hand as the ball bounced up off the ground.
Yeah, not too good on a cold day either. That got to sting a little bit.
No, he's a little cold back there right now. 1 ball, 2 strikes to McAvoy. Wheeler is the runner at first base. I like that. That's not a bad pitch though.
Just a bit inside, though.
Just held on to that.
Yeah.
Change up a little long.
Mm-hmm.
Fly ball.
Ooh. Caught her right in the face.
Did it come off the?
I don't think it did.
Really even. Dude, she got hit. She got hit.
Wyman's been chasing after it.
She got hit in the face.
I think it hit her arm, maybe. I don't know. She's laughing.
Come up
She's up,
smiling.
laugh,
Pretty
smiling,
tough
laughing.
kid.
She did a nice
try.
job. She did the right thing. She had her hand out a little bit, trying to feel for the dugout, seeing where she's at. And that dugout's hard. These dugouts are kind of hard to go catch a fly ball against because they hang out over top, out from the dugout a little bit, so you can't judge if it's going to hit. And that's what the North Marion coaches are talking about now, how that coming out over top. Swinging and miss there. Floyd battles back and gets a strikeout.
Stepping into the box now, number 15, Graciela Bobadilla.
That's who that was.
Graciela Bobadilla batting
They
now
got it.
for Preto. And if I said that wrong, I'm sorry. We're just trying to swing and a miss. Floyd continues to stay around the plate for the Huskies.
Now the wind calmed down. I like it with that wind like this.
Yes, no wind. There's a ball in play. Nice play by the third baseman.
Nice play.
That is a base hit.
Number 15, Gracie Badilla with the single.
Winans does a nice job of charging that ball. One thing you maybe like to see her a little bit is just pick it up with her bare hand instead of putting it in her glove right away.
Mm-hmm.
On a ball hit that soft.
That's soft, yes.
She did a nice job charging in after it.
I'd like to see this young lady have a good at bat this time.
Yeah, she had a good at her first at bat.
Melissa Dunn.
Was able to get on base and do some different things.
I think if she gets a little confidence, it's going to go a long way for
And
the
it's still, to her, it don't feel like it, but to us, we know it's still early. It's only April 2nd.
That's correct.
Still
That's
about
right.
a month away before you get to sectionals.
A lot of softball.
Called strike. And the way the weather's going to be, it's going to be a lot of games and a lot of weeks.
You figure what? We're 8 games in and 5-3, so
Probably still have 20,
at least.
at least 20 games to go.
Well, you're allowed 32, so at least that many more. At least
Yeah.
20.
There's still a lot of softball to play in a month to
That's
get ready
right.
for sectionals and regional. 3 balls, 1 strike to Dunn, the shortstop. She will foul that one off. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down here in the bottom of the 4th. Wheeler is at second. Bobadilla is at, well, I hope I'm saying that right, is at first. And she misses high with that one.
Good
That'll
eye,
walk, the
good
bases
eye.
loaded.
Good piece of batting.
Good at bat there. That is a very good at bat. Now batting for the Eagles, number 30.
Now batting.
Uh,
It's number 8, number 30, Chloe Bird.
kind of had to tell Dave, this is my niece getting ready to bat.
Oh, is that right? All right.
Only a sophomore.
Okay.
So She got the bat. Won a bat against Spring Mills on Saturday. Wheeler at third. Bobadilla at second. Dunn at first. Bases loaded.
Oh, no.
And the runner is thrown out.
Play at home.
Hesitated a little bit, you know?
Yeah, hesitated a little bit.
Got to made it for a close play at the plate.
One ball, okay, thank you.
1 ball, no strikes. Runners at second and third. And Bird with the foul. Did you catch that, DJ? Our PA announcer had a shot at catching that one.
Hey, if he died, he's gonna get free coffee. Yeah, he's gonna free coffee on that. For me.
1 ball, 1 strike on the batter. Ball's down. 2 balls, 1 strike.
2 balls. 2 balls, no strike.
I have a niece. She's batting now, and then I have a nephew over on the baseball field.
Wow, that's pretty good. You're all spread out.
My brother's running both back and forth both games.
I'd say.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Hey,
Floyd battling, looks like his shoulder with that glove hand. She's staying in there. She'll miss with that.
that's well.
Dunn moves to third on the same pitch.
Wild pitch. Scores number 15. Graciela Bobadilla.
Dunn moves to third. Bird's on first. Runners at the corners. 2 down for Robert C. Bird.
And Cameron Ware.
Caitlin Fordyce.
Oh, no, Fordyce.
But now batting, Caitlin Fordyce. Ball high.
Runner takes second.
Playing still
One
by
from
Floyd
first.
Bird. Advancing to second.
Runners at second and third.
And you like to even see Coach Mayer with the younger girls faking the bunt, stealing. They're doing things that they're going to do in games when they get in.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, that's for sure. You know, it's good instruction. You get to actually do it.
Ball, 1 ball.
1 ball, 1 strike. 2 down for the batter, Fordyce. Ball high. Dunn the runner on third. Bird the runner on second.
You didn't tune in that game. We still had to go to 5th inning before they called. Ball.
That ball misses. 3 balls, 1 strike. Looks like we'll have a pinch hitter coming up for Frame. That ball's high. Fordyce draws the walk.
Cameron Ware.
And Cameron Ware will get the bat. She'll be pinch hitting for Fran
Second in the
Alvaro.
box now for the Eagles. Number 9, Cameron Ware.
Dunn the runner on third. Bird the runner on first. Fordyce. Bird's at second. Fordyce is at first. 2 down for the Eagles. Bottom of the 4th.
Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss by Ware. Who got to pinch hit on Saturday? Let's come in swinging the bat. The ball's low. Called strike on the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 down. Bottom of the 4th. 12-0. The lead for Bird. Ooh, just missed on that one.
That could have gone either way.
Yeah,
That's for sure. Pretty good pitch.
that's one as a pitcher you want, and as a hitter you're glad they call ball.
For sure.
Just misses with that one.
Same place.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Runners will be moving on the pitch. Ground ball hit to first base.
Oh, they had catcher interference here.
catcher's
Catcher interference. It's a dead ball. Catcher's interference. Delayed dead ball there.
Yeah. Number 4.
Coming into the box now, number 4, Shondi Currents.
Batting for the first baseman Childers is number 4, Shondi Currents. She got in that bat on Saturday. Nothing that the catcher did wrong. That just happens sometimes.
Yeah, gets a little excited and he extends that glove out there to catch it, and next thing you know,
Yeah, she
gets kicked off. But
Tape right now.
They're getting taped now.
Not, this isn't live right now. Yeah, that was live. There had some issues over here, so. Actually, both of them were going
and sometimes it's not even the catcher's fault. Sometimes the batter
Yeah.
swings at a late fastball.
right, kind of reaches back and
They're reaching back. The catcher's reaching to get the ball. Shondi Currents,
They scored.
They scored 13.
yeah.
ball up.
Yeah, we scored one.
Okay.
Only ball one, Dougie.
Bird the runner on third. Fordyce is the runner at second.
All right, we did.
Ware is the runner at first.
That wasn't my
2
fault.
down for the Eagles in the bottom of the 4th. Nice pitch right there. Called strike on the inside corner.
1-1, Dougie.
New batter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Floyd has done a nice job coming in. She's been around the plate, giving her team a chance. There's a ground ball to shortstop. Nice throw. Oh, what a play by
Nice
the first
stretch.
baseman.
Good
Nice
play.
stretch. Nice play by the first baseman.
Stretch play by the first baseman for the last out.
Yeah, very good play by the first baseman.
Yeah. 14.
Get out there and get
North
that
Marion
ball.
Huskies 0.
At the end of 4, Robert C. Byrd gets 2 runs on 1 hit, 1 error on the Huskies. And we'll go to the top of the 5th.
Oh, yeah. Nuggets 13.
Okay.
13
Yeah.
nothing.
We are back, top of the 5th. Eagles lead this one 13-0. A lot of re-entered the game for Robert C. Byrd.
Hey, Dougie, it's the top of the 5, buddy.
We have some fun up in this box. We got Dougie keeping the score. And we got the PA announcer down there,
Oh, DJ Navarini.
DJ Navarini, playing the music.
John Wickline from
The papers here.
papers here. DJ Bird doing play-by-play.
Yeah. First time. I got the perfect face for this.
Two first-timers.
Yeah, there you go. 2 first timers.
Yeah.
Play-by-play and grab on the collar.
Stepping into the box now.
Number 5, the shortstop, Angelina Collins,
Angelina Collins.
who drew a walk in her only at bat today. Called strike on the outside corner. Making a living there on that one.
I can't get that 17 off.
Dougie.
Just missed.
Hit reset.
Okay.
Hit score. Home.
Score.
Home.
And swing and a miss by Collins.
There you go.
First out at the top of the 5th.
18.
Now batting for the Huskies, number 19, Brooke Toothman, the catcher,
Stepping into the box for the Huskies, number 19.
who came in the switch of the pitchers and done a nice job behind the plate for North Marion. She's 0 for 1 on the day. Over there. 1 ball, no strikes. The Toothman, the catcher. Navarro, 72 pitches on the evening. Swing and a miss there.
And 19.
And that's what happens when you work around the plate. You'll get some hitters sometimes to swing at some pitches that they normally wouldn't swing at.
Exactly. Chase a bad pitch or two just because of the fact that she's around there all the time.
Just misses off the plate there.
I got 15 innings. I got 19 that player.
Scored runs without a bat.
This is amazing.
Swing and a miss.
Is it-
2 down for the Huskies here in the top of the 5th. What number? 34. Number 34. Olivia Bryan pinch hitting.
Olivia Bryan.
Swing and a miss there. She's getting her first at bat. Left-hander. They got 2 lefties now.
2 strikes.
Called strike.
Well, Friends pitched an excellent game today. Been around the plate all day
Yeah.
for a lot of first pitch strikes. Just a typical Fran Alvaro game.
Yeah. And there's a swing and a miss there.
That's the ball
And
game.
that will be your ball game as we go to the top of the 5th. The Flying Eagles win 13-0. Brad, what did you see today that was good for Robert C. Byrd?
Well, it was swung the bats. Patient at the plate. Started out, the little young lady from North Marion struggled a little bit, but she's around the plate, but several walks and just patience at the plate. Moved the ball. Excellent, pretty good defense. Although 14 strikeouts from Fran Alvaro. An excellent game for her. 15 outs. She had 14 of them.
Right, 15 outs. She gets 14 strikeouts.
Yeah.
Only 2 base on balls.
Yes.
Hey, well,
Thank you all for coming out tonight. Thank you all for
I don't know. Did he hits?
I don't. That's what I'm trying to see.
Yeah, I'm not.
I'm trying to get this stats to bring exit game.
playing some softball with us. Have a safe trip home.
I don't think they got any hits. I think it'll be a no hitter.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, 14 strikeouts. You know what I mean? That
Yeah, she dominated
2
again
walks.
in the circle.
2 walks. Yeah.
And that just goes with the hard work that she's put in. And again, I think, like you said, quality of bats again for Robert C. Byrd.
Yes.
North Marion, a young team.
Yes.
I mean, they got some pieces to work with. It looks like the young lady that started the game was, like you said, just missing some spots. But Floyd come in and did a terrific job for them.
I thought so. Yeah.
So I think Bird's next home game will be Thursday night with a conference game against Liberty. Probably see Fran in the circle again, and what's that, 3 in a row for Robert C. Bird? We're going to put them at 6-3.
Yeah, it's good. Pieces are starting to fall in place. Not exactly where you want to be yet, but that's as it should be.
It's April 4th, and like we said, we're about a month away from starting sectionals.
Exactly.
Again, their section is not going to be no cakewalk.
Oh no.
Lincoln, Philip Barber, Liberty.
Right.
All three teams have 3 quality pitchers.
Right. Good hitting.
Good hitting.
On all of them. So yeah, it's going to be.
It's going to be one. And this is something I talked about with Dave the other day. We got to change softball and baseball to be able to get more teams in the state tournament.
Absolutely. I've been a proponent of that for years and years, all the time I coach. What I like to see them do is go to 8 teams, do it something similar to basketball, is to qualify and only play a single elimination tournament.
Because you get the
same number of games.
Right, because you're going to get the team that wins out of this section that Robert C. Bird's in, and you're going to go play perennial powerhouse, state champion, state contender Herbert Hoover.
Absolutely.
And I don't think our best baseball players and softball players in this state are getting seen enough at the state tournament.
Well, no, I agree with you 100%. And like I say, if they would get 8 teams down there, that's going to be 24 teams gets looked at as opposed to 12. Mm-hmm. Eliminate the double elimination, go to single elimination, get a lot more exposure for teams, give them the opportunity to get to the state. 4, that's really limited in the number. You got 8 going to basketball. Most other sports, you only accept football, the top 16.
Right.
So, make it worthwhile and give them the opportunity to make it to the state.
Absolutely. Well, again, Robert C. Bird wins this one in 5 innings, 13-0. Alvaro throws a no-hitter, gets 14 strikeouts of the 15 outs. Again, Gino Alvaro leads the way again, swinging the bat. Some of the young kids getting ready to swing the bat. Rabbit's been fun.
Oh, fantastic.
You're going to play the first time.
And doing a caller for the first time.
Go. Huh?
Yeah, it's been great working with you.
What'd you say between us? There's
54 years of experience. 54 years of experience in softball. And,
Hopefully you learned something tonight. Good outing again. Eagles with 3 wins in a row. And we'll be back again with you Thursday night. For Larry Rabbit Snyder and DJ Bird, have a good night, and thanks for listening.